Sorry, I just realized my mic was off this whole time. I'm sure this was riveting gameplay. Please let me know if my mic... Please let me know if my mic is still off. Whoops. Yeah. This is why having co-commentators is a useful thing. So yes, clearly this is not the house by the bay. So I'm misinterpreting one of several things here. Oh, Dark, I didn't ask you to confirm that it was on. What use is that? Okay, this is probably not the bay. I was gonna say, I can just swim now, can't I? This is the dungeon, I think. Let me verify. Wasn't expecting it to be verified for me, so that works. Okay, let's check this again. This is a bay. This is a house. This is probably what he means then. In which case, I am not at all going in the right direction. Are there any warps over that way? I don't think so. I guess we'll just walk around the town then. Not what I intended there. So yes, as I commentated before my mic was on, I picked up the bow at the start of this, which does things as you would expect, and I bought, like, more bombs, because I thought I might be low. I don't remember if I actually was or not. Working on it, guy. I hope. It's not this, I don't know what it is. Okay. Oh, and there was one right over here. Lol. I could have warped right here. Hey Dark, what's up? Your mic is not on. Or you're not on push to talk.
No, we'll see.
What will we see?
Oh no, I was just figuring out if I could be heard clearly. Nostalgia unchanged.
See also this remake. Do I have no agency here? I mean, not that I dislike the music or anything. I really love this remix. Quite to the contrary. I feel like this is just rude. After he's done reminiscing on where he used to live. Wreck the place.
No, just the pots. Maybe the flooring, but oh well.
Okay, where? Cemetery's over there, so I think...
I missed 2 streams, but I did catch up with what I did miss.
Yeah, the difference between then and now being I can pick stuff up, I think? No, that was after the 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, I saw that you could pick things up 2nd, probably. But I know that you can swim now, so that's good. And you can jump over large gaps.
Yep. Right, that was the thing I picked up from the 3rd dungeon. Is it rude to ask which grave yours is? Presumably it has some sort of marker of being unoccupied, as such.
Yeah, it should look fairly obvious, hopefully, or it'll just stop you.
Well, it doesn't look incredibly obvious to me, with the flowers.
Looks like you might just have to... Oh. You see that?
I haven't yet, but I'm also not looking.
I was talking about its text. It was
Yeah,
like
I
with the
saw
flowers
the
or
text.
something. Okay.
I don't see any flowers, so either you're not in the main part of this, or you need to uncover them somehow.
Hmm.
Does the cemetery go further out? It doesn't look like it. There's a flower there. There we go. So, good ways away, actually. I like how they planned that. I must indeed. I'm gonna forget what my buttons are, meanwhile. Ah. That's great. Actually, I'm not convinced that I'm in the right place.
May as well explore while you're at it.
Indeed. And hopefully not walk out too many more times.
Otherwise, we'll just have the original expert in Cloudy Canine just say, hey, his grave is actually right here. You were just walking all over it.
Yeah, I'm sure if this isn't it, it must be somehow more obvious than I was making it out to be. It just looks like some sort of direction. Aha! That looks like
We'll just
where
look
we
at
want to
that.
go.
Yeah.
Is this... This is where I get more of that magic powder, I think. Do I still have any mushrooms? I do. So I should do that after this. Ooh, double bottles.
Hey, I feel cheated. Said it is going to be a jar. This is a bottle.
It's a transparent jar. I must have missed whatever that was, unless it's just waters in that general area, because there are definitely little side areas I did not get everything in.
Martha's Bay, yeah?
I believe that's where I was splashing around.
As much as I said I pretty much caught up, I did kind of leave off the last 5 minutes of the previous stream because I didn't want to miss too much of this one. That's what I get for playing Smash earlier, but oh well.
Might as well make use of the purchase, unlike me. I feel like I've not at all got my money's worth out of that game, just because I rarely have the time to play it with folks of a comparable skill level. Which is to say, like, not way better than me. Where are we headed? We're headed... What does Y do? Oh, it hides markers. I don't know what good that is.
Oh, seems like a little bit of an obvious place.
I think the reason I hit Y is because I kept accidentally hitting the right stick to move the camera in the Kirby's Dream Course stream. So now I'm doing the opposite. Hitting Y instead of the right stick. I think we determined there was a closer warp. Yeah. Okay, we've not been here. Well, we got a shell. That's good for something. I need to actually go back to that shell place. I don't think I was terribly close to another reward, but eventually I'll get there. I'll go around the corner from the looks of it. Ooh, there's a heart piece in there. I'm curious. Nah, it was worth a shot. That's very hard to... Yeah, there's a piece of heart just taunting me there. No, I don't think I have gone back in here. For one, here's a piece of heart. Oh, nice. What does that mean, that I have that little bit of heart there? Hello, didn't even see that. Yeah, I don't understand what that means. There's like a little white heart underneath my gauge.
Yeah.
I don't think I overfilled. Oh, this definitely looks like I need something. Well, that's certainly something.
What a nice guy.
I love upgrades that are like made out to be curses.
Thank you, TTYD.
Yeah, this wasn't even the cave I was thinking of, but at least we got something out of it.
2 things.
Makes
And
up for
a question.
all the hearts that I have lost trying to jump that gap in the past. Definitely haven't explored this whole area.
Of course.
Here's
I'd
yet
say this
another
is
heart
the-
piece.
Oh, sweet.
That definitely looks like where we want to go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you checked out the map. I was thinking, yeah, this was the obvious place.
Oh, hi. You don't look like a Zora. What do I have on the trade quest again? I don't even remember. A broom. Are there other witch-like characters in this game that would appreciate that? Okay, this is where I was earlier. I think I didn't realize it connected. Well, we'll try to continue that later, I suppose.
Did you just do the regular dive and it just took you like that?
Yep, apparently.
Ah, scripted.
Well, that was by far the fastest we've gotten into a dungeon on one of these streams.
Sweet.
I didn't think so, but these things really look like they should do something.
They're just taunting you, man. Oh, now that you have arrows, are you able to defeat those amps?
Oh, I don't know. Why, are they non-conductive arrows?
You got a point there. But since you don't have the boomerang, I wasn't gonna recommend the boomerang.
No, apparently is the answer.
Oh well.
I'm gonna not have any arrows by the time I actually need to use them.
Not with that attitude.
Left or right? Let's go left for now.
I was gonna say go to the right so you could try to get that treasure chest.
Oh. I apparently already forgot what was to the right of that right. Oh.
Well, now you got your compass, so that's okay.
What?
You can hear the jingle. Oh.
You have picky hitboxes. Wow, you have really picky hitboxes. Or more so, my sword is a very generous hitbox. I know I'm supposed to be bombing you guys, probably. Okay, that didn't even accomplish anything. I can't cross this, I'm pretty sure, so I need a hook shot or something.
Yeah, those are 4-block gaps, yeah. The dreaded 4-block gap.
But how are we gonna get across the 5-block gap that we're clearly gonna have to cross later?
Gasp.
I like how these things just sort of stay in whatever state you leave them in, because that's how gravity works. Oh no, they do eventually return, but it takes a very long time.
Oh, I see what you gotta do for this one.
Not that. I like how I didn't even end up using the one that I lowered. Just like,
oh well.
I need to lower this one enough to make the jump. Are these guys more or less resilient? No, is the answer, apparently. They're just a different color, and probably have different attack patterns. Well, this certainly looks like something.
I think you ought to push those blocks. Thinking about my own Zelda puzzle logic here.
Yeah, that does make some degree of sense. I don't think I can push them but once, though.
Yeah, push them correctly.
Apparently that direction's not even an option. Weird. Maybe we make a straight line then?
That would have been my first guess.
I was trying to match the pattern in the other room, but apparently that's not an option. And that wasn't right either.
And maybe...
I feel like this is not that difficult.
You might have to just push him inside then. Your next option.
Yeah. When in doubt, try every possible combination. Yeah, game, I don't know how I was supposed to know that.
Trial and error.
Yeah, nothing screams make a square, so this must be used for something else. But there's no jingle there, so who knows? Noticed that guy had a projectile.
Well, at least you answered your question. That's the difference.
I need to not walk so suddenly into rooms.
Always stop to just take a look at your surroundings. Even if that means you're gonna get zapped by an amp. I'd hope that this little puzzle is a little bit easier if you can push those blocks, but...
want to grab that just yet anyway. Hmm. These don't appear to be movable at all, actually, so...
I'm gonna say try pushing those ones that are further apart closer to each other to mirror the ones on the right.
Which ones? Oh.
In the other room, though. Not the one with the amp.
See, I just assume that if you can't push them in one direction, you can't push them in any direction.
Nope, trial and error. You gotta do all directions that you can possibly do without getting attacked, that is. I guess that really answers our question, though, so...
No, you definitely can't push any of them.
Onwards to the next room that's above you, I guess. You did see that just try to attack you, right?
Which?
The little eye thing, yeah?
Yeah, I know they can do that, but the ones in the main room aren't for that.
Yeah, I get.
Oh, that one's already full. Yes, we got it, Link. We get the concept.
No matter what, you're gonna always have to see that anyway. It's same for about pretty much all Zelda games.
Okay. It's like, I don't remember which way I came into this room.
You came in from the south.
Just tank the hits. Guess I'll tank the hits on the way out too then. Actually, no, I don't. What am I supposed to be doing here? Why is this locked? Can I kill these? I don't know if I've ever tried. Nope. At least not with that.
Are you able to push that one lone one into the hole, I guess?
Oh, right. Nope. I am thoroughly confused. There's like some main mechanic of this I'm not understanding. But where I can do this without taking damage is just very hard to bait them. Oh, yet another one that's like locked for no particular reason.
Yeah. You might have to just go back to the north then. It seemed like you prematurely left that area.
Which
Unless I'm forgetting something.
No, I couldn't push these, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Unless you mean this area here.
We'll try to go back. Don't think I might have seen all of it then. Otherwise, just backtracking 101. Because I know that you didn't like go up to some other place.
What's the point of all these rooms? Did I not kill those before? I swear I did. I don't know how much that helps anyway.
Apparently you didn't kill all of them. Wow.
I've yet to see an owl, I'm pretty sure. Will they show up on this? I have no idea.
I don't know how I might have missed the compass just blaring off. Usually it's supposed to do that.
There is an owl over there. I don't know if I've been in this room yet.
You haven't. That's what I was saying, like you can go over here now, since you explored to the left first. Good news though, you have the owl beak for the first time before reaching an owl.
This is the same shape as before, but only the top left is lit.
Yeah, and you also have a mini boss to deal with.
It's exactly the same. I don't see what you're talking about. Did that do anything?
I don't think I'm trying to.
Okay. Swords apparently do something from the back. That aim. Wow, either that guy does a lot of damage, or...
No, it's just you getting exploded by your own bombs. It takes a heck of a lot of your HP, remember? I'd like to imagine it's as unforgiving as those one things in the little dream escape, but... And again, I don't think you ever want to be you want to be caught in your own explosion. So good on the logic, I guess?
Really wish I remember where those fairies were. Not in here. It may have been over this way. Whatever. We got a fairy in reserve. We'll save that for now. Worry about restocking once we beat the boss.
Oh. Make fortuitous use of your shield if it's about to swing at you, kind of like how you deal with regular enemies.
That's fair. I could be doing that more. Apparently I just have to hit him in the right place.
Hit him from the front, then...
The front.
Bomb.
I was trying to hit it from the back, because that seems like the more reasonable thing to do.
It seems like right when it's about to step up, it's weak, but not like it mattered too much because you did great.
Not a mini boss warp though, so we're not done.
Not yet.
I didn't read what that did. Dang it! What was that? I have no idea what I just got from that chest. Gonna rewatch the YouTube play. I didn't see that. Did you see what that was?
It happened too fast. I'll also look back on the YouTube play though.
We know we can go that way.
Oh, I see.
What do you see?
I don't know where the Twitch stream stopped from. Let me try to reload.
Let me double check I'm still alive. Appear to be.
Yeah, I guess it was just on my end. But you got when you open the chest, you got a message, and I think it was from the mini boss that said, "I got what you're looking for. Come and get it if you can."
Live under where torchlight beams do cross.
Apparently, it's named Master too.
Apparently this isn't the right place to dive.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're trying to struggle our way through this at the moment.
Did you get to Dungeon 5?
Yep.
Catfish's mod? Yeah.
Relatively quickly too.
Finding it was easy.
Like the trek between dungeon... The trek to Dungeon 4, for whatever reason, is like the longest, you know?
How does one even get up there? Or up there, for that matter.
Hookshot, probably.
Yeah, I
You
guess
see those little devices?
Yeah, I guess we'd better get
he's
it
got the
over
right
here.
idea.
I'm just going by things that every time Cloudy Canine said Hookshot in the last stream. Seems like we're getting closer and closer to that.
Yeah, for whatever reason, you almost always get the hookshot in the water dungeon. I don't know why, that's always how it works. Even though last dungeon was also a water dungeon, but... I mean, this kind of is, too. Although I don't think there's actually any water in this dungeon. Or was there?
There was water. We just got done with
So there
water,
was.
yeah.
Still don't have any keys. So Cloud Canine, what did it mean when my 11th heart on the gauge used to be like white with a little heart in it?
White with a little heart in it?
Oh yeah, it's gone
When
now.
was this?
Earlier.
Huh. I was not there to see it. Did you have like a guardian acorn or something?
Don't think so. I
Nope.
just picked up a heart piece and then there was suddenly like this extra white-red heart there instead of that red one.
Interesting.
Maybe because you were in the overworld instead of like an actual dungeon. Don't know why that would have to be the case, but
I don't know why I came back here. It's very clear that I
Not
can't...
how you're meant to cross that, but okay.
Yeah, I don't have a hook shot, sadly.
So did you run into the mini
Wow,
boss?
how did I not get hit there?
he did.
I ran into him
Yeah,
once.
the Stalfos Master.
Ah, I only saw Master in that little message of taunting. Oh, that's probably where he is.
Oh, yeah. he
Yeah,
could
do you
have gone
know
over
what
this
the
way.
gimmick is with him?
We have to track him down, huh?
Yeah, and you want to make note of the rooms that have nothing but blocks in them,
Yeah.
because they're numbered by the blocks in the room.
Yeah, I figured, like, this isn't the one, but there was
Like,
one
there's a room with 1 block in it, where you see him the first time, and then there's a room with 2 blocks in it, 3, 4, and so on.
Yeah, so we gotta find our way up this way. I had a branching path, of which I took neither branch.
Yeah, that's basically just the main gimmick of this dungeon, is just tracking him down.
Yeah. I suppose
Whoops.
he's the one that has the hook shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, What's Let's not change what my jump button is this late into the playthrough. I'm trying to find the map for crying out loud.
The map?
Kept hitting the wrong button to had to look at the map.
Ah.
Yeah, I figured that might be what those dots.
Yeah,
were
rooms
for
like
once I
these.
saw like the fourth one. Or, like I saw the fourth one first. Ooh, this is a different version of the room earlier.
Oh yeah.
I like how I just kept running.
This room sucked in the original because if you so much as graced the sides of those crystals, the message would pop up saying there must be some way to tackle this.
What crystals?
Those right there that you break with the Pegasus boots.
They look like little tents. I wouldn't call them crystals.
Yeah.
Well, in the original they were like green crystals, so I don't know why they look so dark now.
Probably to differentiate from the actual crystals you can break without
Yeah,
doing
probably.
anything fancy.
Oh, this must have been what they were talking about earlier. I guess that makes sense.
Bloopers. Yeah.
It looks like a Gen 3 dive spot.
Right.
Cool.
God, that poor Goomba, he's just like stuck in that airlock.
Sigh, time to come back here later too. At least
That
I
Goomba could just
actually reach
use
this one.
head bonk probably.
At least it's not like that other one that was totally pointless. That I couldn't reach at all from where with my current.
That's
gear.
weird you didn't get a heart from that. Usually you always get a heart when you jump on a Goomba.
This looks impassable. That's unfortunate.
Always be sure to check your map in case there's an adjacent room, like maybe you can use a bomb somewhere. I kind of doubt. I don't think you do that in this dungeon, but
Yeah.
it's always worth a check.
That.
All he has to do is probably go back because the room is reset now, where he pushed the block to go to the left.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's like that room in Mustard Mountain.
Pretty simple though. You just reset the room to choose a different path.
Half expected that.
This game sure does love its like one push block puzzles.
Whap.
Did you get the bow yet?
Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
Let's head this way first.
I don't remember the bow being strictly mandatory for anything, but I think there's a mini boss in this dungeon that you really want to have it for. I did not think you'd be able to make that.
Can't
It
do
wasn't a
much
floor
else.
block.
True.
It's a net positive.
Now to just get back.
It's only a mildly precise jump input. Boy, these skull guys are so annoying.
Hey, don't say that to the master.
Dang it, I was trying to trap him over there for no good reason. Just to spite him. It's like, now you're trapped against the wall forever. There. Now I can get the one-shot kill. Now we're on the other side of this. There must be more things to kill. Oh, this is just arbitrarily closed once again.
Well, time to go to the other room again since you hit the switch.
That's not a locked door? Have you tried throwing a pot at it?
Yes.
The amp, he did.
Can I hit this guy from the other side.
I meant throw a pot at the door.
At the door, God.
I mean, hey, you had to do that at one point earlier in the game. I don't think you ever have to do that again, but yeah, no, okay.
Did I use? No, I still have 2 fairies. Okay, this is the 3rd room.
Yeah, at least JDH got through.
I don't want to dig in this clearly diggable dirt. This is very thin dirt. And dry.
And it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Well, at last, we got something of no combat use. Alright, so...
Unless you're playing rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, so we've
Seems like you've
seen, like,
exhausted.
all of this gym. Dungeon.
Gym.
Gym. That's what they are, right? There's 8 of them.
You're at Norman's gym, right?
Yeah. I mean, his was one of the more technical ones, to be fair. At least in the remake. So this or this? I think I can get to this.
I think you should go to the room where you... Didn't you hit the switch? Like,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the...
yeah.
So you can get to the room on the right.
Yeah, that's the one that I think I can reach. And now we can access the other rooms. This is not the right way, but at least it'll respawn them. I like how the arrow followed me into that room. Didn't actually do anything.
Just wants to tag along.
Alrighty.
Finally, some continuation.
So it's all about either timing the swings or being that awkward 90 degrees away.
Both?
The latter is much easier. Or rather, the former is much easier. So did this actually unlock anything else?
Well,
Alright.
you know where the 3rd room is because we just visited it.
Yeah.
May as well tackle him on again.
Nice. Double kill.
Sure is nice that you can actually use your shield in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the original, with the whole 2-button layout, you basically, like, never had a reason to have your shield out.
Now I see where there's a 10 bomb on the way over to that other one. Yeah, wow, this guy is kind of a pushover.
Yeah, they don't want you getting soft-locked. There's those games where you, like, need bombs to kill Stalfos, but if you don't have any bombs, you're basically screwed.
Oh, I actually made it out of there without any damage.
Nice.
Okay, let's
Took the
refresh our
Pegasus
memory.
boots.
Which way was this? This was...
And yeah, since the boots are mapped to a button now, you can actually use those more, too, than you could in the original.
I think this is where I was supposed to go? I don't remember. Unfortunately, I gotta loop around this twice. Yep.
Isn't it near the entrance to the dungeon?
Yeah,
The,
Yeah.
like, 4-block skull room?
yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think it was in here, but I'm not sure. I keep
seems a
not
little too
actually looking
crowded.
at
You'd
the
be able to see
map.
it on your map.
I can see that there are stairs.
Oh, I get what you mean. She probably goes to the stairs then, yeah.
Ah. Clipped slightly, yeah, this is the room.
You remember what trading quest item you got last?
The broom, and I noticed that earlier.
The
Like,
broom.
I don't actually know what I do with that. I have not yet found a use.
There's an old lady who sweeps with a broom in the village.
Oh, he jumps now.
Doesn't even want to talk to you anymore.
This is like the boom boom of this game. Make it swing! I don't want to waste a bomb.
In Link to the Past, this guy was just a regular enemy. He wasn't like a mini-boss that I remember.
But he
Not
got the
surprising
hookshot.
somehow.
Woohoo!
There it is. That used to be in a treasure chest.
I guess let's just sort of tackle the rest of this in a clockwise fashion or something.
Sounds like a plan. You probably don't need to start jumping anymore. You can try to practice some of that hookshot.
Nothing to hook
Good old
onto
Mario
yet.
1 platforms.
Oh yeah, DDA's just got a point. Because like in that other room, there was actual things on the ceiling.
Admittedly, I'm more likely to need it than the shovel, which has been my go-to, like, X item, so I don't accidentally use bombs or something. Not that I... Now I might actually have 2 items that are worth having on there. Ooh. That's a useful trait.
Taking off the Helmasaur's helm.
And even stunning. Nice.
Alright.
Yeah, that's always been like the Hookshot's thing, is just like stunning monsters. Unless it's Ocarina of Time, where the Hookshot's just OP.
Can't stun those guys, apparently. I was hoping I would just grab something in the room next to me. I get wrong room. Although I will take those bombs, because I probably use most of mine. Good thing that doesn't conduct electricity. Well, pretend I walked into that edge on purpose. Yeah, let's go this way first.
The Hookshot does not conduct electricity, but Samus's grapple beam does. That's probably because it is electricity. At least that's what it looks like. I like how this is pretty much the only use for magic powder in this game.
Hey, I lit a torch that let me get more magic powder, too.
I lit a torch at the start of the game. Yeah, that's how they want you to get through this room.
I can see that they have very different ideas of practical means of transport than I do. How about? I
I
assume
mean, hey, you do have a ranged weapon now, so...
Sheesh, what is going on out there? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do.
Well, it is supposed to be, like, really windy in the northeast tonight, so...
Where are you going?
There's more to go up this way.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten what was up here. Okay, right. We can open this. Hello, mini boss.
Another one.
Yeah, the Gomas. Just like the first out of the game.
Oh look, exposing an eye.
I'll admit
These
at
guys
least
were these guys were so more annoying in the original because, like, it wasn't telegraphed when their eyes would open. They would just kind of like instantly open and then shut. You had to really react fast.
Just use the lock-on mechanism.
Ah,
Z target.
yeah, this seems like a waste of arrows. That guy's just playing defense at the
Yeah.
moment. Come on, man. Takes more than 5 hits.
I could have sworn in the original the sword didn't work on these guys.
He tried the sword just now, so
Oh, is it not working?
didn't seem like he had much success unless he just completely...
It's entirely possible. You just need to predict where he's gonna stop. And I want this to work. I can pick these up for forever without them detonating. And
Man,
get
it is
this-
just so weird that the bombs work like that in this game.
Didn't
Yeah,
seem
I
like
couldn't
it
tell if
did-
that did anything, yeah.
Looked like it
couldn't
just
tell.
bounced off, so...
Oh yeah, that didn't look like it did anything.
Yeah, these things were always really annoying.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Stunning first and then hitting him with
Okay,
the
that
sword.
works too. Okay.
Using the dungeon's weapon to actually get through the dungeon. Imagine that.
At least this game has dungeons.
Sigh. Would you please do your attack, man? Righty then, that took about
just
5
wait.
minutes longer than necessary.
Just you wait, that's not even close to being the most annoying mini-boss in the game. Wait till you get to the last dungeon.
I mean, in strictly annoyance, like, I think the bomb-eating snake things were way more annoying.
Yeah, funny thing you mentioned those guys.
I don't think I have any reason to warp, do I? I've been here already, I'm pretty sure. But there may be stuff I can do here that I couldn't before. Yeah.
Don't forget you have to go to that one place where you couldn't actually hookshot because, well, now you have the hookshot. I guess this is that place, isn't it?
Goodness knows I wasn't going to be able to jump on that Goomba without the help of the hook shot. Imagine if you had to do that in Mario, just every time you have to hit an enemy.
Hookshot.
Hooray. Guess I'm going the long way around.
That's disappointing.
Hey, but it respawned the anti-fairy, so all's good. Unfortunately, I'm so low on magic powder, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to use it. I don't know what I expected to happen there. Yeah, keep hitting the wrong buttons here. This is the right way, right? Right. I tried this already. I have not tried a lot of stuff over here, as is evidenced by all of the things I cannot yet get. Yeah, it makes sense that I can't do this. This is... I would need... Like, that's basically a short hop.
Do you even
to
get the
boss from
Nightmares
there.
key yet?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like on the way to the boss, which I did not bother to check.
Going north now is the only way now.
I like how some of the dungeons in the Zelda games are like at times it feels like they forgot about the boss key and then they just put the boss key in like the room before the boss. It's like, here it is.
The wrong button. I have so many buttons to keep track of now. Wait, this is this room again.
Wow.
Out loud. How do I keep looping back?
We've gone from like having only 2 buttons to the opposite problem. Now there's too many buttons.
Except differentiating between the shoulders and bumpers, or like the triggers and bumpers rather. Nintendo would never do that. Unless it's Smash. I appreciate that. That just counts as a stomp. Wouldn't have expected that.
Same, actually.
Alright. There's nothing in there, so... There
Resetting
are...
a couple of times.
Let's go up first. That's... Wow.
Is there something you could do in the dive area?
Not what I meant to do. I don't think so. Not that particular one. Is there anything in here?
Yeah, there's that other treasure chest in the other section where you have to...
Did you get the compass?
Yeah.
You did.
So yeah, it should beep if there's a small key in the room.
Oh. I was supposed to go this way. I just love that you can diagonally latch onto these walls and just send yourself straight
Yeah.
to the pit. There's like no reason you would want to do this. Boy, more just rupees on the side here. That entire side path is like completely
Maybe they
optional.
expect you to get the bow after this dungeon. So it's like, here's a ton of rupees.
Fair. I mean, there's also a ton of arrow drops in this dungeon. I have a
Is this
key.
true?
Is that all I need to beat? I think so. I've gotten just about everything else. I don't remember how to
There's
get
one
here.
less locked place.
This is presumably optional. How do I even get there? I haven't...
A staircase from what it seems.
Yeah, you visited there before, so you just have to return.
Here, because I know where this goes. This goes to the upper left here.
The room looks like a room where you would need the hookshot.
I think that's where you might find your nightmare key.
Yeah, actually, maybe this is... I'm very confused. I feel like I'm
You're trying
not
to
counting the number of stairs correctly here, because I thought I'd gone in, like, all of the ones I can currently access.
Well, yeah. Saying that you've visited every
Where
single-
does that dive area even take you? I don't remember.
Thought the dive area took him to the where he couldn't access because he didn't have the small key.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the staircase after the mini boss.
Hey, it could be.
We're in this
The room after
we
the
can
Gomas.
easily check where this goes. Wait, this... I guess it's only to climb out of the water.
These are very, like, dark-colored Cheeps.
Yeah, a lot of the enemies are very dark colored for some reason. Yeah, heck if I remember how to get to that. 1, 2, 3,
Wow, what is
4,
this, Brawl?
6. There's only 3 sets of stairs, man. This isn't that... It shouldn't be that difficult.
You just have to retrace your steps.
This goes here. This goes... Actually, no, there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where does this go? Is there a set of stairs I have yet to unlock?
Well, no, because you've been to that room.
That's true.
It was like way back in the beginning when you didn't have.
Oh,
Hookshot.
it was the dive area. Where is that?
The room with the water right there.
Did I walk right through that without even noticing it? Or was it to the left of that intersection? I'm taking way too many hits to these cheap jeeps.
You have a sword.
Okay, game.
Unlike Mario, you have a sword, even though he was originally going to in Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, it was to the left. Figures, the one direction I didn't go.
Trial and error, explore everything.
Like, I'm just gonna tank these hits, okay? I have 2 fairies.
There are more hearts than there were in the original, so yeah.
And this is gonna give me a bunch anyway.
Can you use the hookshot underwater? Probably not, but
No, you cannot.
in some of the games you can.
Let me just
It
use
seems
the
like when
rock's
he goes
feather
on-
underwater.
What's that?
Let me just use the rock's feather underwater. Water.
Don't get the feather wet. Then it's all like ruined.
Okay, so this was required.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes some degree of sense.
This room does look all special.
Sweet.
Well, for how quickly we got to this dungeon, it certainly was a bit of a time-consuming dungeon thus far. Well,
All bounces out.
Oh man, just wait until you get to the last 2 dungeons.
this way, right? It might be faster to just go back to the start. Yeah, let's just do that. Where is the start? It's this way.
Due south.
Southeast.
Right.
Alrighty. Progress.
Weren't we missing a small key? Or no, you have it. Never mind. I don't really get what the point of that upper area is right there.
I think it's just a general repository for hearts because, you know,
Yeah,
stomping on
true.
them.
What do we got?
So you remember how the last boss was like the easiest in the game?
Yep.
This one's a lot more involved.
Yeah, I can see that.
So you got this guy jumping up out of the holes, and then his tail is always swinging around.
Seems easy. Obvious what to do then with the hook shot. Jade Acer doesn't currently have the hook shot out though. Oh, it does now.
Oh yeah, I was wondering like wait, why didn't that work? Oh wait, that was the bow and arrow.
Now where to aim?
Wow, that does a whole heart of damage. Jeez. There you go.
Yep.
Well, see, in the original, when you pulled him out of the hole, you could just like swing through his face at his weak spot, but it doesn't look like you can do that now, does it?
You can.
You have to walk around. Oh, okay.
Ah. The kind of back and forth he does there. Okay, I need to be standing further away.
In the original, I don't remember his tail being able to block your hook shot. But yeah, now the bosses are talking as you beat them.
Oh, right. Plot info or something. I accidentally just zip right into the next room and skip the heart. It's really unsatisfying that you can't pick up items with this.
Yeah, that's more of a boomerang thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, boomerangs are known to pick up things in the real world.
Yes, obviously. The marimba. Adding to this eclectic set.
Got all these, like, tropical instruments, but then there's just that cello.
Shrine. That could mean literally anything in isolation.
It means it really wants you to play Breath of the Wild.
We've still got this whole area we've not even been to yet.
Sounds like a Zelda game then.
Sounds like progress.
Can't wait for the owl to come out of nowhere and tell you, oh, this is where you have to go now.
But yeah, drop by the village, because I think that's where you can, drop off the broom for something.
Seems plausible. Hey, Jadas,
We're right here, aren't we?
yeah, we are all here.
Did you ever swim around in the castle moat?
The castle moat, I'm not sure.
There is a way to get in there, and in the original there was a hard piece if you dived in the moat around there.
Hmm. It's just plain
I mean,
to
it matters a
avoid
lot
creepers.
less now since there's so many more hard pieces, though. And how many seashells do you have?
Don't really know. $11, apparently. I don't know if that's enough to have hit the second threshold, whatever that is.
I don't think so. It's every 10, I want to say.
You don't look like you appreciate brooms.
I meant the other village. Mabe village.
I was gonna say. It's like, I don't think any of you would appreciate brooms.
I kind of
honestly.
forgot both places have village in the name. It's nice they pulled the Superstar Saga 3DS and added more war points.
Yeah. Always appreciated. Okay. Curious as to whether I can buy more arrows. I assume so, right? Yeah. Not that I need them. Surely no one in here needs a broom. Surely no one in there at all, apparently. Does Ulrira have any hot tips here?
Hello, it's your dad. You've been out there for a while.
Well, if his wife needs a broom.
Yeah, I thought she was outside the house normally. Don't know where she is.
Apparently in the other village. Do you need a broom, perchance? I don't remember if I ever found a way to open this book. Alright. Sure.
Okay, yeah, it's still in the game. The the graveyard dungeon.
This seems like something that ought to be written down for posterity's sake.
Down, left, up, right, up. But first, you have to say please 5 times.
This world of color. I think we've got a few more colors than we had back in the day. No one up there. These don't seem like broom-wielding sorts. 4 boys, of which you currently have 1, apparently. Oh, unless you mean the kids out there, in which case, fair.
Huh, so Ulrira's wife is in Animal Village? Yeah, I guess she is, huh?
Well, I guess we'll head
Huh.
there then.
Yeah,
We
I
were,
did
oh,
not
yeah.
remember that.
Oh, that shrine? Is that the shrine it's talking about?
What, right there? No, no.
I was gonna say, that seems very much not quite the sort of thing I
The shrine
should be
is
doing
the
just
next dungeon.
yet. Is it worth progressing this quest at this particular point?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, hey. I should have...
Like, remember, this trading quest is mandatory up to a certain point, so it's always worth it.
Is the color dungeon worth my time at the moment?
Well, in the original, it absolutely was.
Oh, here you are. Fishing hook. Trying to remember... What will it become? The beehive became a stick.
A stick.
Became a stick. Or the stick became a beehive, rather. A honeycomb. I don't remember anyone wanting that. At least not in this area. I've just, like, run short of NPCs, apparently. I don't suppose you could help out with that, because, like, I know there's someone here that wants a, something that is not a fishing hook.
There's a
like
fisherman in the bay that I remember who... somewhere. I think he's under a bridge. You gotta swim under.
Perhaps, then. Water that way. I've already... I don't know if I've been near that statue before. Yeah, but I can swim faster.
I was gonna say, I'm like, there is a dash, isn't there?
I don't recall there being anyone up this way, but I guess maybe I haven't been this way. Oh, yeah, I definitely
It's under a
haven't been
bridge, if I remember, because there's always something under a bridge in a Zelda game. It's definitely near the bay, I know that much.
Whoa, this is new. Did those refill my rupees? Wow, that all looks involved. Looks like some sort of very... looks like some
It is a
sort of
very
minigame.
geometric river.
Okay, now that we've managed to go all the way around this... It'd be nice if I could just hold down the A button. Got this.
I think there is something this way.
Huh.
I think this is the castle moat, technically.
There's nothing behind the waterfall. What kind of a video game waterfall is that?
Come on, there was a whole dungeon behind a waterfall.
Ah, but that doesn't...
What more do you need?
I need a Defend Plus badge. Well, this was totally worth going this far out of the way.
Defend plus P, you mean?
dive under this? Is it too... No.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you can see through the water now, because in the original, you know, you couldn't. You just had to know to dive in that spot. But to be fair, it's like if you swim all the way this way, it's like you might as well, you know.
Transparent water. What won't they think of next? So how's your day, Ben? As we take this minute and a half to swim all the way back around. They need to put warp points in the water. It definitely looks like the making of some wide river mini game over there or something.
That's a link to the past thing where the warp points were in the water.
Can we even go under this? Nope. Not that there might still be... Might not still be some way to get there. Oh hey, progress? Goodbye, I did not see that, unless that's the, is that the Unity one that's like the Fall Woods looking thing? I don't know if that was an engine, per se.
At least you got the answer to where the owl would appear next.
I don't remember him appearing there, but I could just be misremembering.
I should have read that.
You said there's 2 shrines, one to the north, one to the south.
Also ruins.
Yeah, that's what this whole region here is the ruins and the rapids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did not know you could re-listen to these conversations.
Oh hey, those soldiers.
Yeah, Armos.
That's mildly obnoxious. Well, that's one way of doing that.
You can attack them, can't you?
That's easier.
Yeah, then I gotta pick my sword up.
Have I been in here already?
Well, the owl just came by, so no.
I meant on the other side.
Yeah, you've probably been this away.
This looks like progress.
Or maybe you haven't.
I don't think I've been here at all.
Yeah, no. It just looks similar to another cave.
All caves look the same.
I still did not see a fisherman anywhere, but I don't know. I definitely didn't explore all things water.
I'm pretty sure the like the next 3 trade sequences are all in the bay.
Please do not walk into the ferry while talking to the fairy.
But yeah, there's a keyhole outside on the overworld, so that probably means that's where the next dungeon is.
Indeed. Seems highly suspect.
At least you're all prepared now with those double fairy bottles. Oh wow, the bomb actually helped you out. Kind of.
Yeah, these are Tektites, these guys.
Okay, we have ruins.
The ancient ruins. One of the
Time for
highlight
Lucas to take 500 damage.
No doubt some of these must move around in some way.
as our most soldiers usually do.
Whatever, I wanna I would ideally like to keep looking for that fisherman that must presumably exist.
I mean, hey, it's whatever you want to do. This way is progress. And you're already this far, so...
Yeah.
Huh, I wonder who that guy is.
I feel like these guys can't actually be damaged. At least not via the sword. Seems like a reasonable assumption to be made at this point.
Oh yeah, that actually, huh. Yeah, that might be the case. I was like, there's one game where you can't, like, damage Armos with your sword, and I guess that is this game. But I'm pretty sure that, like, other things work. Like, I could have sworn arrows would work on them. I could be wrong,
Entirely
though.
possible. I'm just trying to find, like, staircases or something at this point. Something that would let me go on the other side of this.
It's more to the left, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you really touched all those Armos guys on the lower left side.
Yeah.
I want to expect them a little bit more closely.
Oh, I didn't see this guy here.
Or the one that's literally blocking a path.
I totally didn't see him. I thought he was part of the line of
Yeah.
stuff.
Again, like a case of it being more clear in the original.
Yep. Arrows definitely do something. I like how they just drop the arrow straight back. Is that like 100% drop rate? Also, wow, those guys did a lot more damage
Seems so.
than I thought they did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I thought these guys also did like a lot of damage.
They don't look that dangerous. Thank you for walking that way.
But hey, it's like those, like, in the shrine in the village, you know, those enemies that took like 3 hearts
Yeah.
if you bumped into them. It's like the game's way of saying, like, it's like, are you, it's like, are you really just gonna walk into these guys?
Whatever, man. Enemies doing actual contact damage in this game? That hasn't been a thing. This seems to be shrine-ish.
This is to the south, or maybe this was to the north, I don't remember.
This was to the north of where I met the guy, so
Okay.
I dare say it was somewhat misleading.
I mean, if anything, these ruins are more to the east than any other cardinal direction.
Well, this looks vaguely final boss-ish.
Is that a dark nut?
Yeah, this is in Armos Night.
Ah,
If you remember the first boss in Link to the Past, it's one of these guys.
I have not played A Link to the Past.
Oh, okay.
Seeing this remake has been pretty much a new experience and a good one.
So what Zelda games have you guys played, if any?
None.
Oh, okay.
None of those things appeared to have damage. Wow, really? Did that not fully heal me, or did he really do that much damage just now? Did that interrupt
Fairies are
my
supposed
healing?
to fully heal?
No, they're not.
I'm about to say. Yeah.
Well, I guess I just haven't had enough. Okay, maybe I should be doing more conventional things. I'm not even convinced I'm hitting him correctly.
Well, have you tried to hookshot and stuff?
I was trying. That's like the last thing I've yet to try, I think.
Again, I just remember this being one of those, like, just hit him at the right angle with your sword kind of enemies, but this remake has kind of, like, changed that whole philosophy.
Yeah, that did not. That looked as good as I could possibly do.
I also don't remember this guy stunning when he slammed the ground.
What else do we have? Shovel. That's it.
Shovel Knight.
I'm not gonna waste my other failed bottle.
This is progress, so this guy can be defeated somehow.
How to go about this?
To answer your question, though, my experience has been watching Chugs' Let's Play of Wind Waker, and I've also played on my own accord Phantom Hourglass and Minish.
Oh, handheld ones, huh?
I was thinking of buying Spirit Tracks after I completed Phantom Hourglass, except that was years ago, and I haven't actually completed Phantom Hourglass yet.
I never did play those ones. I'd like to play Minish Cap sometime. I watched Vinny's playthrough of that, like, however long ago he streamed that.
Minish Cap is very fun.
That game has some really nice music. And you know, it's a GBA game, so it has really good sprite work.
I think I also started on Lucachin's playthrough of Majora's Mask? Or it might have been Ocarina of Time.
He's been doing something lately, I think.
Those are some
Well, this
bizarre
was years
hitboxes you got there, guy. The face key.
You must conquer each. Look, I'm sorry, but anytime you see the word face in a Zelda game, you have to break it up.
Ah, this isn't some random stock picture like the Princess Peach one?
The Princess Peach photo. It's just like a Google image whale or something.
Wow, spoiling the end of the game. Now can I death warp?
Can I bread warp?
Ah, more owls.
Oh, nice.
I've read
I forgot
the
how fast this was to get to the next dungeon.
Well, the last one was fast, provided I've actually found where the guy's house was.
Was that needed for progress, by the way?
What? Yeah,
The ghost house?
or was it? I think it was.
'Cause I thought that was just for a seashell.
No, yeah, actually, I don't think it was. Now that I think about it.
The only thing I remember needing to get into Dungeon 5 was just swimming underwater in the bay.
Well, he told me where it was, I think, but it
Yeah, that's fair.
wasn't necessary information, I guess, if I thought to look there before.
But yeah, Windfish, Illusion, Plot Intrigue.
Thanks for the hearts. I need those. Oh, freaking really? 2 damage of contact damage when he like barely tapped me? I'll die before I get out of here and not even do that. Doesn't help at all. Thanks, game. Going this way.
If you're taking a lot of damage, you might want to go to the color dungeon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've seen pictures of, like, the other armor from the other game. Is
Yeah,
that
that's where you get
that?
your choice of tunic.
That does make sense. I forget, is it like Metroid style, where, like, one's half damage, one's quarter damage or something?
Yeah, but you can only pick one. But you can swap between them anytime. Well, not anytime, you have to go back to the dungeon, but...
Choose between standard damage or quarter damage. No.
It's not quite that good, unfortunately.
Or fire immunity. I don't know. Do the colors actually mean anything besides, like, strength? Come on, really? Put those...
Red is offense, blue is defense, that's about it. And they do stack with the piece of power / acorn drops.
Oh, so the red's double damage and the blue's like double defense?
Yeah.
Heh.
And like I said, it stacks with the acorn, so
It should
you're
apply
either
to enemies too.
it's either quadruple less damage or quadruple more damage from you. So it's your choice.
I shouldn't have done that.
It's also really short and easy, by the way, the color dungeon.
Yeah, maybe we'll check that out and then hit up Dungeon 6 and maybe 7 next time. It's already been a bit of a while at this point. Lots of wandering around, just not at the beginning of the stream for once.
Yeah.
Which is impressive, especially given that I wasted 4 minutes, like, without commentary because I forgot to turn my mic on.
Didn't I say last stream I was like one of these days we're actually not going to be live?
Yeah, I was live. I was doing stuff. I was buying, like, what's it called? I bought the arrows and such.
And look at you dodging these enemies with a hook shot.
I still haven't found out where this whole water thing is.
What water thing?
Well, this is the last area we've yet to be in, and this looks like some sort of rapids. I don't remember where that key was, incidentally. That keyhole. Oh, here it was. Okay, so when I want to go back there...
It was just a quick swim up that one little area.
Yeah. Where would a fisherman be? I don't think it's here.
He's got to be in there around the base somewhere.
He'd be up here, clearly. This is swimmable, obviously. Like this part of the bay, you think? Or...
no, not that far.
Huh?
He'd be, somewhere.
Like, not in here?
Well, that's a bridge right there, right?
Yeah, I guess I haven't been
To the right of
I don't think
the dungeon?
I can reach this, though, so... Unless... Well, no, maybe I didn't write that.
There's a staircase right there I see on the map.
Yeah.
Down that staircase, maybe around there. And you're really not far from it, so... You just have to hookshot across that gap there, and then go down.
This doesn't look like... Oh, yeah, never mind.
It looks too small in this version of the game.
Oh, yeah, I guess the same thing would have been to do is talk to the fisherman in the main town, which is this guy, I
yeah.
believe. And if
Oh,
he
it turns
wasn't
out there's a
there,
second
maybe there'd be an
fisherman.
indication that he'd be here. And here's where we get the necklace, presumably. Hey, hey. That would make sense. Like how much if we weighed the boat down.
Yeah.
Standing on it.
By the way, in the Japanese version of the game, that was a bra.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You can have it, I guess. How will I use this?
Now, I do remember where this goes. Remember that statue thingy?
Yeah, that looked like a keyhole.
The mermaid statue around here?
The other one.
Is that around here, specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, last time you passed it, you were like, there's a statue I might be able to interact with.
Oh, yeah, this one here. How do I get over there? That's... I can't tell from the map how I'm...
Now you have to cross the bridge, huh?
I can probably get there from here?
It just looks like you can go above those little trees right there and then cross the bridge.
Maybe. Whatever the
But from the
case.
right side, I mean.
Yeah, whatever the case, I gotta go back over here. What's that's not right. Get out of the way!
He's just sitting right there. You have arrows.
Not to say, why is
is-
she using them?
This is fair.
It's like you've gone this far in the game without a projectile weapon that now that you have one, it's not your first thought.
Well, now I have 2 of them. And this
One isn't really a damaging weapon, so
No, but it's more fun.
this is true.
Aha. Progress.
Yeah, you might be able to assume what this is for.
Ah, it's not a thing I can use to just zoom in on the overworld and willy-nilly.
What a fetch quest.
There's actually 2 uses for this, by the way.
One of them raises the power of my special attacks by 50%.
Gonna stop you right there, partner.
I don't see what choice specs has similar to a magnifying glass.
Well, speak of the devil of those enemies you wouldn't run into.
These things to me just look like Waddle Dees or something. Like Waddle Dee mixed with a gyroid from Animal Crossing.
Like Waddle Dee just engulfed a kaboo. That was its little.
Well,
Oh, do you not remember what to do with these guys?
I don't think I ever found a way to deal with these guys.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, right, I just hit him... Oh, that wasn't
Well,
it.
no, but I'm surprised that
that?
works.
Yeah.
It wasn't damaging it until that last time.
Well, shoot. I found a second way to get rid of them. Nice.
I guess that does work. Well, you're supposed to just Pegasus boots dash them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
You
all
don't remember
have.
that from the shrine in the village? Where you got the ocarina?
I do not remember that. I just remember dying to them.
To be fair, it was just what? Over 2 hours worth of progress. 2 weeks ago.
Where is the nearest warp here? I feel like there should be one closer than on the other side. There's one in the Animal Village. Now we'll see if this specs thing was all it was cracked up to be.
What game was it that had a thing called the Secret Specs?
No idea.
Was that the Superstar Saga remake?
It sounds plausible.
Those things that let you see invisible blocks? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I just remember a thing in a game called the Secret Specs, and I just like that name.
yeah, that's sounds vaguely plausible. Like it forces you to fall into that.
It's fun in the Game Boy version of the game, where if you went down that well with Marin, she would fall on top of you, and then there'd be a photo you get from that.
Egg.
Yeah, you want to write this down, unfortunately.
Yeah, sounds about right. Is there more in here, or is that it?
That is it in here, but do you remember an empty cave at the beach?
Does it involve this? Is this-
Not that book,
I
but
was gonna say, it's not at all obvious, if that's the case.
it's really close by, which is nice, too.
Yeah, I guess we can check that out before heading out.
Check that out before heading out.
And no, for the record, I do not remember this cave.
It's like right by the shore, there was an empty cave.
It's the beauty, however, of its Legend of Zelda games. Just even if you don't remember these things, all you have to do is just kind of retrace your steps and then just keep going back. And hey, even though you're gonna invest a couple more hours into it, oh well.
I say it's more to the right.
Bomb every wall.
No, it does, you don't have to bomb it, thankfully.
I saw a cracked wall.
At least
though.
I don't... or no, yeah, maybe you do. Yeah, you're right. There is a cracked wall right there. It was to the left of the bench there, JD Easter. There was a wall you could blow up.
Hmm?
You'll see it.
There's a wall you can blow up right there. You see it?
Nope.
Kind of harder to see with the shade there, but yeah. So yeah, if you have... so when you get the magnifying glass, you can see this guy.
Hmm. What does this guy offer in return?
Something really, really, really worth it.
Do I give
Better
him
be
the...
a boomerang.
Do I give him the Ocarina? Because that doesn't seem useful yet. But,
Give him an item that you never really need anymore.
just give him the second fairy bottle. I don't know, man. I use all of these.
At least in the original, you need to trade him the shovel.
Yeah, but what if I need this to find, like, 30 more, like,
Rupees.
Yeah, there could be, like, 30 hidden shells I need this for.
All underground in Chuckle Bean spots. Why does this guy look like Pete from Mickey Mouse
I
to
was
me?
gonna say.
I think you've got a very humorous imagination.
Okay, so you could just swap items around, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, what a guess.
And now we have 3 ranged weapons that I'll just use the hookshot of.
So in every other game, the boomerang usually just stuns things, but in Link's Awakening, it's the most OP weapon in the game.
It stuns and does damage. Yeah.
In the original, it kills almost any enemy in one hit. Well, maybe not in one hit, but it at least like damages almost anything. And you can trade him back, by the way, if you ever want your shovel back. Yeah. It's just a thing you can shuffle around whenever. Man, that slope really is hard to see, isn't it?
Oh. Huh?
That slope that takes you up to the village, like, that is kind of hard to see.
Let's make sure I'm not missing anything they've added to the crane game recently. I never did get that Goomba. Oh, what that other thing?
Maybe they have Feeling Fine P this time.
What is that thing in the back? Is that a dungeon piece?
Oh yeah, that's probably one of those dungeon maker piece thingies.
I try this once, because it wouldn't be a stream if I didn't attempt it at least once. I hit the wrong button, so we're off to a great start.
It's too bad you didn't bring Marin in here, by the way. Because if you bring Marin in here, she plays the game. She grabs the guy with the crane, and then he kicks you both out.
I forgot about that. I saw a video.
There's a lot of fun things you can do.
Come on, push
Marin
it further
is
up.
with you.
I mean, this is already an improvement. It stays put a lot more.
Oh, come on. A Goomba should be like the easiest thing to grab with a crane, with that head.
Well, that was dumb. I don't think I'm going to be able to grab it from here. Maybe. That one should definitely be a lot easier to grab if that doesn't work. Of course.
It is still a crane game, so...
Well, I should have pushed that further. Whatever, this'll work. Or it'll be like the shell and be literally impossible to pick up once you get it in any orientation other than its default. This had better be worth it, and totally not just to display this some random place. But we all know what it's actually for.
You can't beat the final boss without it, though.
If I collect all of the little figurines, I get like one
He'll be
heart.
so impressed.
What to say? I get like one heart piece.
Show
or
him your
something?
amiibo collection.
I was gonna say, Meriden and Terrence, this seems like the place for something as basic as a Goomba. One?
It says stick.
It says breadware. Just to see what they put in next, if anything.
What, in Smash?
Ooh, a spiny. I'm gonna be farming like all of these off screen, probably.
I mean, hey, this minigame does look really fun now, so...
Yeah, like it looked totally different in the original, didn't it?
Oh, in the original, it was as simple as actually picking it. Like, once you picked up the thing, that's it, you got it.
Yeah.
But now it's like an actual crane game.
Well, we've learned many secrets this time. We have 2 codes, one of which is obvious what to do with, ish, and the other one not at all.
Level select, obviously.
And we have the entrance key to Dungeon 6. So we'll probably do some subset of those things next week. But this has been JDH64. See you guys around. I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, I said that rapids area is actually all optional, from what I remember.
It was like, this looks like a mini
Like
game.
that entire area.
It just looks like that, like, Super Mario RPG, like,
Yeah, the
Minigame.
rapids. Yeah.